I've been really hard on Mike McGlinchey, but he had a good season, and PFF has him listed in their top 10 available free agents. I think that McGlinchey's going to get paid, and my hope is that the 49ers can at least make a lateral move, hopefully can upgrade. But my worry is, what if we regret letting Mike McGlinchey walk? What do you think about that?
I'll say this. Right tackle is one of the worst positions in the NFL as far as talent goes. Like, there's 4 good ones. That's it.
Hmm.
Outside of that, it's just a bunch of dudes. It's almost like the
Wow.
quarterback position where, like, look, either you have an absolute ace or you're trying to replace it and get something good. So McGlinchey is going to get paid. You are correct. Juwan Johnson is redoing his deal at almost 15 million per year. I think McGlinchey is just going to be just under that 13, 14 million a year.
Okay.
Now, if you look back to last year when he got hurt, 49ers put in Tom Compton, and it was just almost a wash. Like,
Yeah.
no step back whatsoever. Now, is Tom Compton great? Absolutely not. Never even played tackle before. He was a guard, but it's what it was, right? So,
Yeah.
me personally, I thought McGlinchey had a decent year. He was rough at the start, had 8 solid games in a row. When the game started mattering, he went back to his old self. His effort was terrible against the Eagles, literally was
Yeah.
dodging defenders so that he would not make contact with them. I was
Mm.
very embarrassed.
Wow.
Um, but he's a good dude. He's a great locker room fit. He's just kind of his own worst enemy. And the fact that he's either great or terrible, there is no average. And I don't know. Personally, I hope that he finds a better place where he will be regarded as a stud, which is what I think he deserves. I just think it would be best for both sides to part ways here.
Yeah. So if he does go somewhere else, what are we looking at? If the 49ers stay in-house, Jalen Moore, Colton McKivitz, do you think either of those guys are as good as McGlinchey, or do we need to see the 49ers bring somebody from the outside?
I think those 2 options, I'd prefer Colton McKivitz, but also the rookie this year, Spencer Burford. He's athletic and long enough to slide to the right tackle spot.
Okay.
And so then you could put, Daniel Brunskill could start at right guard. Nick Sikel, who they spent, was one of their favorite picks from last year as well. Like,
Yeah.
there's options. There are options. And this is kind of the way the 49ers have been building, because you have so many high cap players, right? Trent Williams, George Kittle, Fred Warner, about to be Nick Bosa, Debo, all these guys. You've got to kind of redshirt replace, which we saw with Laken Tomlinson. You let him go, you plug in Banks, and he was perfect. Now
Right.
you let McGlinchey go, you plug in one of these understudies, and we'll see how it goes. And so I would rather do that and save that cap space than spend top dollar on Mike McGlinchey. But if McGlinchey does come back, I'll be very happy about it and hope that he can kind of turn his career around and stop some of those just posterized plays that he just seems to get almost every game.
Yeah, I'd like to see, if they're going to spend money, I'd rather see it on the defensive edge. Get somebody
Right.
opposite Nick Bosa. Yeah, that'll be a fun thing to watch, especially with those young guys.
The 49ers Rush Podcast.